You can't see us.
Oh.
Okay, stop. Distracting. Everyone can just hear laughter in the background. Hey, we are tWoTcast, episode 295. And I forgot how short that intro is.
All right, everyone shut the f*** up.
Wheel of Time. Reread podcast. Explicit and R freaking rated. John is the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man. He's a total dick. Tom calls in if he's not too busy. We are tWoTcast!
Oh, hey, boys. You're listening to tWoTcast, the Wheel of Time Reread podcast, now covering Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime. Sort of, before it comes out, I guess. But we're talking about the trailer. We're going to talk about the Instagram Q&A because, we haven't done it yet, I guess.
I'm really excited that we're doing this live, and we didn't tell anybody.
Anyone? I mean, here's the thing. It's our first one. It's our first one streaming.
We're gonna
I don't
fuck
care
it
if
up.
anybody watches.
We're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck it up big time, probably.
Did you know that?
Anyway, I'm Joe,
Jono,
and you're Jono, and we're together. I mean, physically and emotionally, and in a relationship. But I mean, together
and sexually.
with me as always is Jono.
Jono. Let's wait for the real intro.
Tom is frequently, but not always here too.
Yeah, still your mouth. I don't know if I'm going to be... I just got home from Florida today, so I'm awake.
You're
That's
awake.
That's the best
That
you've got.
seems inaccurate.
That seems good enough. Look at that.
Yeah.
He's awake.
Moving and talking.
Well, let's obviously start with the most important thing. Wheel of Time rhymes with Amazon Prime. Joe,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's all you got?
That's all I got. What were you going to say?
Oh,
Just a great intro.
I was going to say Norm Macdonald because that's all I can think about.
Fuck. So,
Yeah,
today is obviously Norm Macdonald's death day, as they call it. The 14th of September. Never forget. As a man who made a number of very great 9/11 jokes, I think we should remember 9/14 for it.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Never forget.
Yeah.
9/14.
My probably either one or two of the best weekend updates, but also just fucking amazing. And that's very sad.
Yeah.
He
We all
fought,
kind of just collectively love that man, and I think
Who doesn't?
we actually. I mean, I know, but I don't know. Some people probably are like, that guy's antiquated. Or,
I don't like the fact that his dry jokes aren't funny sometimes, which makes them funny.
That's what makes him funny.
Yeah.
he fought cancer to a draw.
Yeah.
Did you see that bit today?
No.
Even if you lose the battle to cancer, it's not like cancer wins and it goes on to fight another opponent. You both lost. when you die, the cancer does too.
Bad
Oh,
news.
that's funny.
You can't go to
God
another
damn
body
it.
cancer.
Yeah. Among the millions of kind words that we would have to say about that man and how funny he was, the thing that struck me as crazy, because I immediately was like, but how and why?
Cancer.
And then, but then when you find out he hid it from everybody for the years and years.
Almost a decade.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, that's crazy.
It is. And
That's crazy.
It
You're
just
like
hurt-
all alone and you're not talking to anybody about it.
but it's almost emblematic of his humor, right?
I mean, it really is.
Yeah. In that it's funny because he's dead. Ultimate joke comes at the end.
He would have loved that
It's
joke.
like it's like that lost Janice story. Yeah. Eventually, it all makes sense. But no, we actually had a tribute to him at my wedding. Just no, I won't give any more context to it. But he was one of my favorites just forever. Dirty Work's one of my favorite movies. His dumb thing in Billy Madison is probably one of the funniest things I saw when I was 10. Just what day is it? It's October. And that was all it needed to be.
This is honestly my favorite comedian of all time.
Yeah.
I know, he might have been. And
Every time-
honestly, I think I've appreciated him more and more over the years. And by over the years, I mean like recent year, like the last, I don't know, 5-6 years, I like really like, not that I ever didn't not like him, but I was just like, But I was like a hardcore Norm Macdonald fan towards the end there, I guess, which is weird to say. Because like I just started listening to his podcast and I started like that Norm Macdonald show, which is basically his podcast, but in a visual medium on Netflix, was fucking hilarious.
How many shows has he had that were canceled? Like that's like I think that's kind of like a representation of the fact that like everyone knew he was funny, but he's also like hard to approach.
Yeah,
because I think he's had like more fucking shows and pilots canceled than like.
I think SNL kind of like kneecaps you a little bit too at how funny he can be. Like he's obviously funnier than the shit he did on SNL. Like when he can just do stand up and stuff.
I think it's
way funnier.
His talk show stuff and appearances on talk shows is fun. I think he's just naturally fucking hilarious.
He's like he's the comedian's comedian. Like just perfect at it.
I think he said stuff like that. He used to say stuff like, "If I can make the comedians laugh, then you know,
good enough. I'll always get a show."
Mm-hmm.
All the comedians thought he was the funniest person there ever was.
I love the fact that he was fired from SNL for like all the OJ Simpson jokes. And honestly, when I found out he was dead, the first thing I did was text a buddy of mine just saying, "Well, murder in California is legal again." What the fuck happened? Was cancer. Don't know if he died in California. Odds are maybe, but either way, like that was. Man. I remember watching that dumb joke, like murder in California is legal. OJ Simpson's off. You're like, good.
It's a shame that that murderer outlived him.
Oh fuck, that's probably part of the most important things in his life. Yeah, that and his death. Well, anyway, what else? Is that it for today?
I mean, it's all I can think about, but yeah. I guess so.
Yeah, I have been extremely distracted, and we got it started late. So
yeah. Maybe it's maybe it's just
outside. I had the laptop up; it was ready, and I was like, I guess I'll just like look at my phone for a minute while I wait for these guys to get
and
ready.
You're like, never mind, I'm gonna cry about
an hour and a half later. I wasn't crying; I was crying laughing. I was just watching video after video.
He left a great body of work, especially for an unattractive man.
Well, if you're unfamiliar, viewers, and they are viewers,
they are now, or they always are.
Actually, before I continue this statement, that is going to be my number one takeaway from us switching to streaming, is that joke's not as funny anymore.
I don't even think it's a joke anymore. It's like just...
Well, it's still a joke because this will be an audio podcast. Spoilers.
That's true.
The fact that this is now an audio podcast as well.
Also, and we didn't tell anybody we were doing this, so there are no viewers.
There are no viewers. That's perfect.
Let me open my YouTube.
Well, the viewers that aren't really viewers.
So we're not going to advertise it. We want it to grow like grassroots.
There's one watching.
It's probably Tom.
It's literally me.
It's just, hey!
He literally didn't tell anybody. Anyway, what I was going to say was, spoiler warning. This is our episode covering the trailer and Instagram Q&A and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. And that means most of the books and whatever the fuck we want to talk about. Because we don't do non-spoilery shows, and you should probably know that going into this episode.
Because we're gonna fuck it up and dumb. Bad words.
We should
pull the John says horrible things thing because
yeah,
we're probably gonna curse a lot. Thank you. Yeah, danger, and it should also
there's danger tape going across your.
Jonas's horrible things picture has nothing to do with curse words.
It's not. Yeah, those are the things that just normally come out of your mouth.
We get dead sex jokes, racist jokes. What else do you guys want to hear?
Things like that.
And that's what it's for.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I got all the Instagram Q&A shit pulled up so we can look at it and read it. I don't even think I read all of them. I know you guys did, but I don't even think I read all of them.
I'm dying watching Tom
swat around white flies.
I
Ella for next week.
Don't you have an office?
When the trailer came out, I like a lot of people, I guess, just watched it 1 million times and watched like all the content like as it was coming out. So, and I was watching Dusty Wheel. So, as the questions were coming up or being posted, like he was showing them all. So I've seen them all at that time.
Yeah. I was watching a good bit of that during the working hours. I guess I didn't really watch much of the second half.
My wife texted him to me, and I was so fascinated to send him to Tom. His response was instantly, "We already saw it, fucker." And I was like, "Oh, well, sorry, Tom."
Yeah, we're on top of it, man. We're extremely online.
One of us is.
We're extremely online. To the extreme. What was I going to say?
So we should get to it.
Well, me and Jono already talked about this trailer separately. I literally almost said trailer, just like Ryan on Leafcast. But we talked about it with the Leafcast guys.
Yeah.
And then
We cheated on our own.
I
podcast.
also talked on Dusty Wheel.
You
but I
cheated
mean,
twice.
We weren't ready to stream that day. The point is, this isn't new. We're always old
Yeah.
and behind
Yeah.
the times.
So yeah, not only are we doing our first real live stream, and we didn't tell anyone about it, we're also covering a trailer that came out 2 weeks ago. Didn't tell anyone about it.
Well, it's more about us discussing it and less about, hey, let's be on the nose with the news.
Yeah.
News.
Here's the real point. When the trailer came out and everybody wanted to talk about it on that day, they wanted to talk about the trailer. And now that time has passed and the trailer exists, we want to talk about ourselves and our relationship with it. What we thought. Singular focus on us.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck.
Singular focus.
Should it be
us.
a trailer? Because it's a
It's
tWoTcast trailer.
It's
Yeah,
trailer.
trailer makes more sense.
We're not
The
breaking
Wheel
down
of
the trailer. We're talking about ourselves and the trailer's part of it.
Yeah, sure.
So our relationship, obviously, with
I
Norm
kind of like what
Macdonald
Jono said better.
is going to be important to this trailer.
Probably. We're just gonna make really dry, horrible jokes off the top of our head. And at the end of the show, just like on Norm Macdonald's show, Tom has like 20 or so jokes like ready to go. He's just gonna go rapid fire.
Oh my God, I
Yes.
wish.
You know, it was consistently ranked the best water rapid for 6 years. Two Rivers Rapid, or whatever the fuck she's throwing her in. You know what came in last?
What, Jono?
9/11 Rapids.
Reminds me of that tragedy.
What, Norm
That's
Macdonald?
the best. That's the best.
9/14. You said you'd never forget.
It's the best part of that fucking bit. He just like off to the side, he's like, it reminds me of that tragedy.
Who names an airline?
Oh, we're back on Norm Macdonald. I'm sorry, I fucked it up.
That'll be it. That'll
Or I
be
made
all
it
night
better.
long.
I can't decide. I think I made it better.
Hey guys,
Jono,
somebody-
we're together. We're together.
We're together. I actually
In
saw
real life.
I saw Joe 2 days ago. I had just finished
That's
playing
true.
the footballs,
Oopsie.
and Joe rode his bike with his daughter.
Yeah, I did.
And
Yeah.
we went and hung out at the playground for a bit, where I'm allowed to be. Just quick note.
Just so everyone's aware, Jono is technically allowed at that playground.
And that was good to see you.
the secret's out. The secret's out. Somebody's watching.
Uh-oh.
That's it. Just some emoji. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I got to see Jono. I did see you recently.
Yeah,
It's not as rare, I guess.
it's not. I mean, we passed out at your house last month.
Stop looking. That's your measurement of time. I mean, when was the last time we passed out drunk together?
I hung out.
2
Same
weeks.
thing. Yep, it's been 2 weeks since I passed out. At your
Yeah,
house.
so I guess let's discuss the trailer here.
The trailer.
Let's watch it first, I suppose. It's only like a couple minutes, and then
Oh yeah, I guess just mute us.
well, it'll mute when I. Well, we don't need to mute.
Does it mute us?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Stop talking.
The wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass,
Are we gonna watch it all the way through?
Yeah.
leaving memories that become legend.
I haven't watched this in like a week.
Power inside.
Yeah, and it's been a little while.
It's been a while.
All over the world, there are different names for it. But it's one thing,
That's not gonna work.
one power, and women who can
Oh, you
touch it.
failed.
We can take the
Oh,
world.
man.
We have to apologize to Jay Abbott.
No matter what happens,
That is awesome seeing Brandis with the bow and arrow.
angry face, no heartbreak.
So it's a time
What's
of horrors.
The dark one is coming for your friends. Whatever happens now, there's no turning back.
Jesus Christ. No, thank you.
Anger urethra.
All right, thank God I'm not the only one. Oh, now it's back. So our viewer was with me. My favorite part of that trailer was when it switched to say click here to exit full screen, and it was like that for 75% of it.
Wait, was it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say something?
I did. And I said,
You
it's
didn't
not,
say
oh,
anything.
I was like, oh, it's not working. And I was like, and then I said, we failed. And then I said, we have to apologize to Jay Abbott. And you guys were just talking about the trailer. And then that's when I realized, oh, you could still see it. So I thought maybe other people could.
Damn it, Tom.
So, Jay Abbott, first off, we want to apologize to you for you being here.
Well, we're about to go through it frame by frame, so it's
and
okay.
we'll add it to the stream and see
Frame
if
by frame.
No, it's. I mean, not. Well, yeah, of course. What do you think we're going to fill 3 hours with, though?
Yeah, we ordered a
Wait,
what,
is
3
this show
hour.
3 hours?
Did
3
you
and a half.
just say? We're not doing that.
Did you add to the stream?
You've got me until like 9:15.
What time is it now? 9:12.
You
Yeah, maybe
don't.
9:30.
You don't dictate when you get to leave, Tom. That's how this works.
Well, I might do it right now.
Don't do it.
Texting your wife. We have Tom until
Don't do that.
until.
It's gonna
Why
get
are
very upset
we're
with you.
incredibly not on topic? Let's
Midnight.
talk about this trailer.
All right.
Do you want to go in order, or do you want to just talk about things that stood out to you? Because
Be through.
I'm just going to mute it so
Yeah.
we can kind of go through.
I
it.
mean, I think we should just go.
Yeah, go in order. Let's go in
Yeah,
order.
let's go in order.
What do you think about the initial jump off point? And I mean that literally.
Literally, yeah. The 9/11 water
do you mean this part right here? That's supposed to be a smile, but also like showing a delivery coming straight to you.
Yes.
It honestly looks like the upside down, like the back end of a penis. Like you can see kind of where the glands comes into the penis head, right?
Mm.
You know, you kind of have
It's
that
like a
like
20-pound tip right there.
that
I haven't seen it.
circumcision kind of like leftover scar.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about that. But is this the splitting of the two rivers for real though? Is that the two rivers,
I guess that's what
or is it just
supposed to
a
be.
river?
I mean, well, there's two rivers, dickhead. I guess it's what it's supposed to be. I mean, like the two rivers don't come together that way, right? I mean, like they come from one far to the south. Oh, look over our shoulder. One from far to the south, and one. Far
No one
to
can
the
see
north.
that.
Don't yell at us, Tom. We do refer to that map a lot. No one can see it.
It's behind me. Anyway,
You
the
know
point
what?
is,
That's good to know, though.
Get your
For
whole
future
fucking
reference,
map.
we should have the map ready
Yeah.
for any time you want to talk about the fucking map, which is all the
maybe
time.
I shouldn't use the framed like 3x2 foot
Yeah.
map. But either way, the point is, like where they come together is certainly nowhere near the fucking mountains. It's below and east of Hayden.
Well, I mean,
or
come on,
not
that might change.
Hayden.
Yeah,
the
I
point
mean,
is,
if
it's
you-
not supposed to be the two rivers, and I think the answer is yes.
Forest of Shadows. That was
I-
called.
I like that you just watched, that 2 minutes of that, and then you're thinking that they're going to be focused on getting where the river split accurately.
That's what I'm saying.
Obviously, everything is very different.
Thank you. In a good way.
All right, so
Yeah, I
moving
think so.
on.
Yeah. All right. I think we've seen stills of this like a couple
Yeah.
months ago.
Yeah,
I think this fucking village looks pretty fucking cool. Obviously, Sin Bowie's a little out of business because there's not too much thatch going on here.
well, maybe the farmhouses are thatched.
Could be. Maybe we're just only seeing the only non-thatched buildings.
Maybe one of the changes they made was that he has a roof tiling business.
That's too much of a fucking change for me.
I don't know if anybody ever thought of that.
I hope that, you know what, I don't even know, but I hope that is it.
That would send everybody. Let's call them the Facebook people off into a wild tear. That was like we were introduced to him and they immediately said that, and he's like, "Yeah, he's the roof tiler man," and they would be like, "What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Everyone would turn off.
You
the
better
first
be a
episode.
fucking thatcher if I've ever heard it.
Nobody would even watch it. They would just get on Facebook and complain for 3 weeks.
So I like the fact that what looks to be the Wine Spring Inn has
Mhm.
2 garages. I think that's pretty much in keeping with what we expected. Like, right? Like you can
Yeah, 2-car garage. Yeah,
2-car
sure.
garage.
I mean, you could, and the cars are there still, so they didn't go to the airport.
Yeah, and Brand's the richest man in town. That's where he puts his 2 carts.
To cart. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
cart. What were we saying?
Cart.
Great name.
I like the fucking big ass tree in the middle of it. I mean, honestly, the town looks fucking cool. It's, kind of bustling for a small city or a small town. Definitely not a city. I like it. Although technically, this looks a little more fall-like rather than spring to me, and spring's not supposed to have gotten here yet. But that's okay.
Shouldn't still be winter.
Yeah, exactly. That's why spring hasn't gotten here. That'd be unless you're
maybe
Monty Python fan.
maybe closer to the mountains than I would have expected.
That too.
I don't know. Aren't the Mountains of Mist relatively close?
They're close, like a day's walk. That looks like it's 2 miles. I don't know how far they walk in a day.
I feel like random parent and Matt bragging about going to the mountains that one time. It's the furthest they ever left town. Is a lot more of a sad adventure story.
A little disappointing.
All right, fair enough. All right, moving on from this shit.
Moving on. It's more people in the inn. It's not quite what matches my thoughts here.
Well, this is like winter night, though, assuming. So, like, maybe the town's
It
gathered.
looks more like winter day, and look at that fucking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Is that
But, like,
is
maybe
that
the
common
town's
room
gathered.
like 1,000 times bigger than you?
exactly.
Yeah,
I
but I
mean,
mean, that's
it's-
for a television show. That doesn't shock me that it's got a little.
It's
bigger.
double what I'd expect, and about quadruple the people that I think ever fucking go there.
Also,
also
I think
looks-
they immediately showcase that the boys, well, the girls too, are older. Like they cast them a little older
Yeah.
on purpose.
We can drink if
But
we
I
want
think obviously they're showing them hanging out in the in common room drinking. So like, oh hey,
to. Oh, shots.
shots.
I like whiskey.
At any rate, and Matt's already dicing, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, I'm not
Are you
complaining.
again? Is he dicing?
He was
Somebody pointed that out at some
he's
point.
grabbing dice off the table like right here.
I guess that's what.
I mean, it could not be that. I might be not seeing that right. Let's try it again.
Is everyone seeing
Look at
that?
him, like,
Tom,
grab-
are you seeing what we're showing?
Maybe he's
here?
just grabbing like peanuts.
I saw somebody point it out on Twitter earlier. I don't
Are
know
you,
if
are
I
you,
can
are
quite
you
make
seeing
it
the
out
video
here.
we're showing?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Hey,
I'm
hey,
not full screened anymore.
all right.
So
just making sure.
we corrected that issue. Theoretically.
And then here comes Egwene, who, by the way, I would expected bigger breasts. I think there were some issues
Oh God.
with the way that the dress fit her. If you remember. No, I'm kidding. No, she's absolutely fucking gorgeous, and I'm excited about this. Like,
I
this
think
is going to
Egwene
be
looks
awesome.
like she's kind of showcased, and then even a little bit towards the end of the trailer. But like Egwene's pretty showcased in this trailer. I'm pretty excited about it.
No, like she's going to be awesome. I'm
Yeah.
very excited for it. Also, it's weird to be live. I know that we're in front of one person. 2 people. Holy shit.
More than one person.
It's just Tom. Tom is Amanda Sowen.
No, I think somebody literally turned it off when you made a breast comment.
That happens.
It probably happens.
You know who that is? It's probably my wife.
Well, they just don't understand what we do.
My wife.
It's
turned
not
off
who, it's not
every
what we're about, Tom, but it's what we do.
and it's not what we do. It's what we're about.
Yeah, babyface ran at the table.
Wait, all
That
right.
was
So
them about to cross to get to.
how many
you see
riders
the
is
4
that?
horsemen are following them.
I think
And
it's
they're
5.
going for a Lord of the Rings joke about the fact that
Who
it looks
is-
like they're on the way to Elrond.
It looks like 5.
Who is that?
Well, it's definitely Moraine in the lead. You can see the blue.
No, he's asking who the dude is.
No, I'm not. I'm
No,
asking.
he's asking who
why-
the horse.
There's only 5, so at what point are there only 5 of them together?
Well, maybe
With
Land's
Blackbird?
out scouting ahead as he's apt to do, and then
or maybe that's
it's-
everybody but Rand and Matt.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
But when does that ever happen?
after
That's
they
the weird
pick up the
hypothetical
queen
questions that we all know
Aaron?
the answers to.
But near a river?
I don't know. Just
Um,
throwing shit out.
I mean, I don't mind the. Well, fuck it, doesn't matter.
Again, certain details like that might shift and change. So near a river doesn't necessarily mean anything. Also, it could just be if there's 5 people,
Yeah, I'm just curious every time I've
it's
seen
not Nynaeve, and it's the 4 kids and Moraine, and maybe Land's 200 yards ahead of them. I don't know, or behind them.
Behind him, you don't see him.
But I mean, if Land is in that shot, then I don't fucking know.
Is that Tom's? chittering bugs, or is that here at the house?
No, that's Tom.
Okay. I was just like,
Yeah.
Tom's nature sounds.
You need to call an exterminator. Look, I'm doing it outside.
Hey, can you spray my entire yard?
Move on to that. All right.
So that dude.
So this is that warder.
We assume.
No, definitely.
No, it is.
The guy with the axis.
Everybody knows it is.
Yeah, it's got to be.
My biggest problem with this is way too much focus on random sad warder in the trailer.
I agree with that.
Was there you think there was a lot of focus on Rand in the trailer?
No, he said random.
Oh,
side
random.
Random Thor.
I thought you said Rand and sad warder. And I was like, there wasn't focus on Rand.
Yeah, the way he looked briefly at Egwene.
Yeah,
Fucking dare they?
Yeah.
Don't look at his face.
I don't care about this guy or his.
Avert your eyes, as Massimo says.
Yeah. I don't really care who it is. I think it's just trying to show cool shit.
Yeah.
That doesn't spoil anything.
Obviously, this is a bukkake gone wrong.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah, it's gone quite wrong.
It's a lot. It's a lot of very sick people. Somebody pointed out people standing behind her in a picture once. I don't know.
You can almost see something back there.
I think somebody lightened up some photos, or maybe it's not this quite particular scene, but it looks like this is the test.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool reinterpretation. Obviously, everyone wants to do like, you just pour water on them or whatever. Which again, probably is me saying that. So no offense to anyone who
you just pour water on them, Jenna.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But I think it's a pretty fucking cool like emergence, and I love the idea of like how to adapt that to your own thing. Is again, presumably you could just toss in that river, and you come out through here like that, with 7 colors swirling around you.
You think that's what it is, and Nynaeve's thrown her into that river, and it's the testing?
That's my assumption.
I think those are unrelated.
That could be.
They might be unrelated.
Huh?
They might be unrelated. I have wondered
think
if that was Nynaeve trying to get Egwene away from Moraine and company. It's like, oh, you want to go to the tower to channel, and we're here with everybody? Let's go for a walk in the woods. See you later.
Our one of 2 watchers is saying you can see boots right over the top and right over the head. And yeah, you can
see
barely.
something.
I'm sure if you brighten that up, you can see it.
The first time I saw this, and it happened so fast until I watched it 2,000 more times with everybody.
Yeah.
I thought it had something to do with the Tinkers just because it was colorful.
You're way
I was
off.
like, they probably did a bunch of dances and got their faces painted like they were at a carnival.
I love that.
Ran away from some stuff, and they're like, I don't know.
Ran away from some stuff.
That's
the new theory.
I don't know. I
think
think
across the table.
It being
and
the
I'm not sure
testing
where
would
she
be
is
really
with it.
cool. And if it's the testing and it's different and it's changed, cool. I'm all for it. I don't really care that much about the silver rings and them walking into them or whatever. But
I mean,
it could
that
also
could be,
just be a dream and an early dream about her being the Maryland seat.
No,
there could also
Something like that. Tel'aran'rhiod.
There could also be 3 round pools.
That's
And
true.
this is just one of them.
Yeah.
no.
Maybe as you go through the colors, there's less ink in the water, and it chooses your Aja. It's like the Sorting Hat. Everything's a rip off of Harry Potter, guys. I don't know if you knew that.
Robert,
And that would seem to mean right now that it's either red, white, or yellow for her. Or what if every time she
there's
comes
a lot
out,
of green by her arm.
all of
Maybe
them.
when she gets out, she's got a lot of green on there.
there's some purple in the back. You know what I mean?
maybe it's all of them every time she gets out of the pool, and they're like, we don't know what this means. And then it is the, as the viewer, we're just like, oh, we do.
Okay.
I'm just making
Are we
shit
good?
up.
Are we good here? We're moving on.
Yeah,
I know,
I mean,
it's-
I could actually look at this picture for just a long time. It's really fucking awesome. But all right,
Yeah,
move on.
it's like somebody should paint it. put it in Rafe Jenkins' office. That's just a cool shot of
Apparently,
Tar
Tarvalon.
Valon,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's fucking awesome.
Debatable.
My first assumption, because it was so dark, was Shadar Logoth, and then I was like,
But then you can see the tower. Yeah.
and you could also see the fact that it's not fucked up.
Well,
Do you think the tower would be taller?
I did.
I like how the tower is made. I mean, it's up on a hilltop, so it does make it tall in a way. But I
Yeah.
do like how it's. I guess I imagine more levels.
Yeah,
ceilings,
I also
which would make it taller. But I mean, like I imagine more like floors where like balconies were coming up because it seems like the Aes Sedai all kind of have their own
floor.
space.
Yeah, but my issue
I mean
is
individually,
the
not
fact-
just as Ajos.
true too. But there's so much like this is an island in the middle of a river that's like a mile, like half
Yeah,
mile,
it makes
so-
complete logical sense.
for it to be this raised up though, because that wasn't what happened. It wasn't like when Lews Therin Telamon died, he created like not just Dragonmount, but also like small little mountain in the middle of a river. Like so, it doesn't make sense. Excuse me, I'm drinking. It doesn't make sense for it to be that built up there in the middle, elevation wise. This is good quality podcasting here.
Well, I mean, it does if.
Maybe they're still built. Maybe they're still building it.
Cataclysm happened, and that most of these landmarks happened very erratically and not naturally.
But that doesn't. All I can think of is like, wouldn't there just be like waterfalls almost all the way around the goddamn thing for it to like just be like that tall right there?
I don't know.
I mean, there appears to be scaffolding on the left side, so maybe they're still building it. Maybe it's going to get taller.
Scaffolding?
Yeah, he's right. There is some scaffolding. Maybe it's actually we're looking at.
I just think that's how the tower is made.
With
I disagree. I think that's ornamentation.
That's a weird ornamentation.
I didn't say it was normal. I was telling Lauren, like, we were sitting here looking. I guess I was watching the trailer with my wife, Lauren, for our viewers that have no idea who I'm talking about. And then she kind of like walked away while I was watching it a second time and like pausing it and like looking at every frame kind of thing. And
don't look at that.
And
record.
The thing is, I was staring at the city for so long, it took me like 5 minutes before I was like, "Oh shit, Dragonmount's back there."
I don't disagree.
Like you weren't even thinking about the.
I don't disagree. It took me the third, fourth time watching like through it to really understand what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Because to me, this is almost what Camelon should look like, right? And that like steadily,
like
not quite
stacking.
Yeah, but Camelon is like the actual palace is in the middle. Is
speaking of which, I think we get a shot of, which is very. Well, what other shot is it? Which is very like premature / unimpressive, unless they get closer and it's way more impressive up close. I don't know. I guess let's move on here.
Move on, Joey.
I do like that you get a little tiny hint of like across the river.
Yeah,
like the different the towns out there.
I've always thought the towns around it are cool as shit.
Moraine enters.
Are you sure that's Moraine?
Fucking cool. Back to the river thing.
Egwene.
Again, I don't think that's the same thing.
It doesn't have to be. It's just
all right. Let's discuss Aes Sedai. This is fucking cool. Oops. Let's go back a second.
Literally 1 second.
I was just trying to get them to stand all the way. All right. So one of the things that I really like is that whether you're green Aja or yellow or whatever, the cut and shape of your clothing changes, and I assume is the different nations or whatever they come from.
Yeah,
like it's the same style of dress wherever.
And that's what they've always said,
which is really cool.
Yeah, and I'm glad they adhered to that idea.
Yeah,
and it's also interesting, of course, that there's clearly a contingent of people escorting Moraine here because we have 3 sitters of the
Well,
red.
it's Leandrin to her left.
But and Leandrin is not a sitter, but if you look, we have 3 here to the left of the Emirland.
Well, there's reds and greens, yeah.
And then there's actually 4 escorting her. So like this is like she's.
What do you think this is about? You think it's about like Logain?
Could be about Logain. Could be the usage of or the taking of the Angriel, or it could be something way later where Rand, where they discuss Rand and his Temerarness and how she's kind of been an reckless kind of woman and how how pretty much how fucking dare she and she needs to get her shit together. There's many options.
The Hall of the Tower in and of itself, what do you think about it?
It's not what I envisioned.
It's not what I envisioned either, but it also makes a shitload of sense. Like the different and the galleries that they show later on when they show from top down.
Yeah.
Makes so much more sense in terms of like, they can ring them around and be very close into the center.
The only thing is there should
kind of like look down upon the proceedings, so to speak.
Yeah.
But the only people allowed in the actual room, quote unquote, is the sitters and whatever's going on. And it kind of makes sense to me. I like it. Also, do we ever really get a good description of the Emirland seat? I mean, the actual seat?
No, not really, no.
Okay.
I'm sure there's probably something from a
Maybe
lighter,
I'm only thinking of the temporary one that Egwene used.
that's just a box.
That's just like a box, yeah,
Yeah.
but like with painted. But I always thought the real one was just like an elaborate bench. Like it was a very modest
So it'd be a lighter in book
chair,
5 or 6 probably.
and that is super unmodest and elaborate as fuck. And so like it's very different.
maybe a lighter, but
Then-
her own chair. Yeah.
It's not a Lida though.
Well, I know, but that'd be the person who would have. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. It's interesting. I will say that. It's really cool looking. Everything looks good. Is it what you imagined? Of course not, I guess. But I mean, like,
Fucking.
I don't think I really like sat there and was like, I wonder what the columns look like in the hall of the tower. You know, like it's not like I thought that far into it, so it kind of makes sense. In a way. Oh, Tom's back. Oh,
Yeah, I am back. I guess you just asked the question, do we ever get an idea of what the Maryland seat looks like? There is no seat. That's her title, right?
No, the Imerlin seat is the throne and her title.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inner circles are meant to be small. This should not be a big reception hall. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, that works, Lanfear.
Well, I should have.
Oh wait,
I
how-
added that.
oh yeah. First off,
I'm just reading it to myself. Let me quietly say this into the microphone.
first, you know who would know best? Lanfear.
Lanfear would know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know why we would take her advice at all.
But she's been there in multiple personalities, probably.
What
Or
about
not
this? What about
personality.
this comment right here? We got. I love how disheveled the brown sitters are. I was actually thinking about that in the back of my head just then, and I agree. They don't look disheveled per se. I mean, I mean, they do and they don't, but they do seem like less put together. like a little like I don't care how my fucking clothes look. Let's just go sit at the hall.
Oh,
Is there a prevailing theory? Like, does everybody think this is after Moraine is with the boys and they attack with Logain, or do we think it's like a flashback?
So that's what I was about to say. Is like obviously, I'll be honest. I've watched this about 4 times in total. How many for you? Like, there's a lot of people who are
I don't know,
far
7 or 8
smarter and more knowledgeable than I. So I, obviously, odds are we're going to talk out of our ass. At best, it could be out of our urethra.
Yeah.
And so when we fuck up, sorry about that.
yeah.
So these people in the audience probably know better than we, which would be anyone.
The only so the reason I would
Viewers.
So someone actually just said this. The group of the tower are the same as those who are holding Logain later, which I agree with. But also,
Can't be all of them. Some of them.
if you look really closely,
one of them died.
Nynaeve is there at one point, and I'm not sure if it's a separate point.
There, where?
There, like she's with those same Aes Sedai,
Oh, okay.
like with Lan. So
Long.
never.
I'll kill you. I'll
Never
kill
will.
you.
So I think maybe, Patrick
So it's
said he's
gonna-
watched it 100 times.
Oh,
Team
Jesus.
Inns is here, everybody.
Jesus.
This is going to take a big turn from the books. Then
We don't know that. Maybe you didn't read the right book.
are there others? Did I miss some?
We can just go down a guessing game here, but the 4 Reds who is with Leandrin, Teslin, Pavara, Janine, Kaida, or Galena.
I haven't been as obsessed with casting as other people, so I don't know which Reds have been cast.
I feel like putting Pavara in earlier would be better for the end of the series where she becomes a weirdly strong character out of nowhere. So putting her in earlier would probably make a lot of sense.
Especially to make the Red Ajah have some sort of integrity early too. Because it's all a red is a red is a red until later.
Yeah. It would show some diverse thinking within the Reds.
Galena is a sister. That is
Sitter.
correct.
Sitter.
Yeah. Sitter.
Sitter.
The S and the T and the fuck me. I meant both. She's a sister and a sitter.
All right, we've been talking about these guys for a minute.
Yeah.
Because
And
it's on Roman seat.
let's pause for a second and thank Ace Ventura 2 every time. It makes me laugh every fucking time.
Do you think this is the stole around her neck, or is this just part of her dress and she's just wearing the Imerlin colors? Or
What if the tattoo is the
or is
soul?
the stole just not a thing and it's sewn into all of her clothing?
I'm gonna have
What
to
if
go with the last
What if it's
one.
the tattoo?
Wait, what, Tom?
What if it's the tattoo?
Oh, that'd be cool.
You said metal.
Mhm.
What did he actually say?
What if it's the tattoo?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That would be cool. I assume that might be like a tier thing.
Until you have, of course, someone blue skinned, and
If
then
that was
you're
a
screwed.
if that was a tier thing, it would be a tattoo of a fish.
That's just an elaborate net the fish is caught on her back in between her shoulder blades. It's very elaborate. Oh man. Yeah, all right, moving on.
Yeah.
All right, so she's getting healed by a green sister,
A Grister.
which again implies that at some point, even though this doesn't match up with the books, she meets up with the sisters that are capturing Logain.
Yeah,
and
this
they're
has to be
more involved with that.
And we knew that.
Yeah.
We knew that, like,
taking an
What's that?
arrow in the she's taking an arrow in the attack, probably,
could be other things.
which means
I mean,
Alana
she's
probably
wounded in
didn't
that
catch.
fight.
Alana didn't catch all of them.
No,
Yeah.
But obviously, we have, her channeling right here, her being the green sister, which is, pretty fucking cool looking, kind of like the weave going into the wound.
Yeah, I like that it's flowing out of her chest and like hovering around her hands and then flowing down into the wound. Like I've mentioned this on Dusty Wheel, but there's a shot of one of the Aes Sedai stopping the arrows, and it's like flowing up her arm and then out. Like it's kind of, it like starts in the center and flows up her arm. It's really cool.
It's like up but not out.
Up but not out. Up back and to the left.
And
so that
then
is clearly just Moraine, which is crazy.
Winter Night, she's going nuts, that angry L.
Yeah.
By the way, world's on fire. How about yours? That's the way I like it.
I'm out.
Damn.
End the stream. End the stream right now.
God damn it. So at any rate, this is, I mean, like, I think she's about to pull kind of like a Rand in the Stone of Tyr thing with the lightning bolts and killing a bunch of Trollocs. That's my thought.
It does look like that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like, she's definitely.
It seems like she's swirling a bunch of shit around and she's about to be like, and like.
I mean, it looks like that, and then I think we get that in a second, kind of, right?
Tom, you're breaking up a bit.
Tom, your internet sucks. I was about to text you that, but I realized I could just tell you. Yeah.
So I didn't get that comment.
Your wife is downloading too much porn again.
Yeah, tell your wife to stop sucking up your bandwidth.
Jesus. I don't call his penis that. Yeah,
Let's
go back
to these Red Aja.
So who's got theories on what these Red Aja are? Obviously, we have...
Well, they're women.
And they're militant. Look at the way they're looking at Amanda.
They're mad.
You know what that was? They're probably staring at me for my sexist jokes, and I apologize.
I hope we get a fireball also, Amanda. Yeah.
We have to get one.
Yeah, I think so. I think we will. Of course we will. What was I guess I could talk about that on here.
Go for it.
I'm not sure if I can.
Now
Why not?
I don't know if I can. I think I can. The trailer's out.
Yeah.
We know Sarah from back in the day.
Sarah.
At Jordan Con.
I
Sarah.
think that's
Nakamura.
common knowledge.
Yeah, that's common knowledge to our
For the
viewers.
most part.
So.
Yeah.
But she asked me to make like a fucking. I guess Leandrin was so like not jokingly beloved. Like they loved her so much on the show that like she literally had me make a like Obama type poster that just said cheekbones. And I was like, so I can't look at that woman's face without just thinking of that.
Do you have that art handy to show?
Oh God, I wish I did.
He's actually giving me an
I
art
have it
handy,
somewhere,
right?
but no.
Go
Not
with the
really.
art handy joke.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We'll tell your joke.
No, Joe is going to give me an art handy later.
That was the joke.
Yeah.
What else
It's a
did you
good
want?
thing we went back for that, Tom. You know what I mean?
I'm not drunk enough.
I mean, obviously they're from different nations. If we're going with that theory that the cut of their clothing, despite the color, is from where they're from, so they're from all over the place, which I think is
You can see the first one is from annoying shoulder blade land. Sharp one does have to be Tesla. I hope so, because she's got to be. I don't know. Maybe Tesla should be almost older and more kind of just bitchy.
Yeah,
in a good way.
Where do you not see that in this person?
Oh, she looks like a nice person.
She looks adorable.
Yeah,
Tom?
are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Ask her out on a date.
Yeah, you know what she's gonna say? Die, you piece of shit.
Pete Mins wants the weaves to be more aha specific. What do you
Aha!
think? What do you think he means by that? Take on me.
Yeah, that was literally the exact words I was about to say. He wants them to be drawn, but not.
It's funny because
She didn't like that
I've
joke.
I've misspelled Aja like 8,000 times because of that. Fucking spell check.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Pete Mins. We understood what you meant.
Keeper of the Chronicles looks amazing. Great shoulder or great collarbone. Great. She looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts of the whole trailer.
Yeah.
Jay has a fireball comment.
Are you gonna read it? Rosamund Pike said she wants the clip of her shooting fireballs to show to her sons over and over. So we must be getting fireballs sometime.
It's true. That works.
I'm just laughing because all I could think about was our fucking dumbass brother saying, "Hey, Abbott."
Hey, Abbott!
That's my fault. Sorry.
Good job, Chris.
I lost my composure.
Yeah, so
Why
they're
is Leanne angry? This is why Leanne's angry. Because it's the hall's being called and Moraine's being an asshole and just running around doing all God knows what.
someone's not showing enough respect
Yeah, that's
to
exactly what it is.
the tattoo.
I think maybe it's just like she's calling the hall to order. Like she comes, you know? The Maryland seat.
Why'd you look at me for that?
Just making sure you heard me.
Slow. Jay Abbott wants to say that he doesn't like the scene. He can, and wants the famed composure.
If you were the Maryland seat, would you have the keeper in the room with you every time you had sex? So she would scream, "She comes, she comes."
She comes.
I'm really sad I moved on to the next scene before we talked about that, because yes.
I mean, I would.
So now it has to happen.
All right, let's go through this faster. So hold on, back up for 1 second. There's Nynaeve though. That's her coat, and that's Nynaeve in the front. That's how I knew Nynaeve was
That's
there.
only a foot and a half or 3 foot long braid.
Fucking Nynaeve. So there she is, right behind Lan too.
That's true.
So
that's
so if
badass.
Lan's there, Moraine's there, and Nynaeve's there.
I think the most interesting part of this scene is you can clearly tell these arrows are channeling the power.
So the point is that court about like calling the Hall of the Tower, is that after this or before? I assume after, because
gotta be
these are all
afterwards.
the same Aes Sedai.
Yeah, it's got to be afterwards. Yeah,
Yeah.
and David McGarry. Oh, even hey bitches. Oh, thank you, Eben. Glad we showed that
That's
one.
Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe?
The next one is actually relevant too.
Moraine might
No,
already
Moraine.
be injured at this point.
Yeah, she could be injured already, or she's got to be there. There's no fucking way she's not there.
Oh, she lets Lan go all
It's
the time.
way too early for her to be separated from Lan for more than 5 seconds.
Lanfear has a valid point, which book wise not happy about the scene, but oh my god, Nynaeve behind Lan is so good. You should try Lan behind Nynaeve later. That's even better. Although Nynaeve has this wonderful strap on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she
It works.
does.
It
So
really
it's
works
kind
both
of-
ways.
It does, as it should. It's a relationship. This November, strap on.
I like the shot of
There it is right there.
of the bridges going to the other towns.
Somebody's going to get pegged with my mini white tower.
You disgust me, Tom.
I haven't heard Hey Abbott in 15 years. He doesn't hang out with my brother.
It doesn't hang out with any of us. So actually, it's Jay Abbott.
It's Jay Abbott.
Yeah.
You guys think this is the Two Rivers here?
Yes.
Yes, obviously.
Does that not look like what you expected to see from Emmons Field?
Tom, have you not watched a movie in the last 10 years?
My
or
biggest
ever?
problem.
This is clearly a place called This November.
Yeah, that's true.
You're so fucking stupid. It's so dumb.
They did the
Damn, why do we
red
do this
line,
show with them?
the red line Indiana Jones map, and then they arrive at this November.
Yeah. That's all
That
it
makes
is.
sense.
I mean, this is a different shot of the tower, so it kind of works better, and you can clearly see, by the way, that that's not fucking scaffolding, you idiots. And also, I love the
Well, the
garden
scaffolding
stuff
would be on the
on the
other
lower
side of the
levels.
tower at this point.
It also looks more level from this angle.
You can see the scaffolding when you can see the dragon mount, Joe. Come on.
You guys are so goddamn dumb. It's right there. It's ornamentation.
But look on the
fucking
side
tower.
of it.
It's on the other
Yeah, I'm aware
side.
that you can see through and pass through the ornamentation.
That
of the
doesn't
side.
make sense.
You guys are so fucking stupid.
You're still fucking
it's
stupid.
amazing. Also, there's Camelin, and that's what I was talking about earlier.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
that's
It's
Camelin?
Matt. It's Matt and Rand by themselves, looking
That's-
down on a giant fucking city. Where else would
That's
it
just-
be?
They're escaping Shadar logo.
Oh, is that what you think that is? That's actually very.
Look at
possible.
them
Maybe
running
that is
away
Shadow.
like they're about to die.
Wait, I don't know what that should.
And you know what? Looking back down on Shadar Logoth or looking down on Camelin as they arrive, same shit, I guess.
There you go. That's a comment worth putting up on the screen.
Well, I mean, like it could be either one. It's too early to tell. But I guess my assumption was that it was Camelin because they're like walking towards it.
I
But
think they're
maybe I'm
walking.
wrong.
What about
I
Kiernan?
disagree. They're
What about
walking
Kiernan?
away.
Yeah, you're right. They are walking away. Fuck, that's definitely Shadar Logoth.
No, or it could be Kiernan. Well, that's not square enough though. Because like what if
Look at Matt just walk. He's just like fuck that place, and Rand's like, but we lost everybody.
But,
you can tell.
seriously,
Tom's right though.
Somewhere
They're probably
in the
looking down on it the next day, going, "Oh, we almost died there. Fuck."
but there's no mountains near Shadar Logoth like that.
My biggest problem with this is where's Beldomen?
Yeah, that do be a good question.
Oh shit, you're right.
And that looks like
Wait,
two.
now you're right. That's now it's complicated and.
Like there's no
Hmm.
like well, obviously there's no ringed city, right?
David says, compare the walls to Shadar Logoth later on. And that's why I think Tom's right, because I agree with you, and I think they're the same. Assuming that's what he's talking about.
I mean, I'm always right.
Do they
It
look
almost looks
crumpled?
weird. It looks like
They
it's
do
on
look
an
uneven.
island in the middle of, by itself, but I think that's just the perspective
I think that's
we're
just
getting.
bordered on one side.
Yeah, I think
Which would make sense if
I think
Perrin and
beyond it is land.
Egwene jump into a river.
It's possible.
And also, David has this amazing thing to say.
Oh, rip for your enjoyment.
I mean, he's talking about
rip for
the
your
White
pleasure.
Tower.
Yeah.
Tower, but like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it.
Also,
Exactly.
Lanfear had a great point here about making fun of dudes. Thank you. Yeah,
That is good.
yeah.
It's a good comment.
How dare you?
I'm really enjoying our 5 people in the audience. It makes me very happy. All right, let's go back to Rand.
There's
Arrow
nothing to go
for
back
1
for.
millisecond.
It's fine, but it's like weirdly.
It's just a cool shot, and I like
It's
things
so
with
fucking
a bow and arrow.
perfect. It's
That's
so
literally
perfect.
it.
I really do like that shot too.
Matt and the dagger or the 3?
That ran with the bow and arrow.
Yeah, me too. And
This
fucking
this
darkness
looks cool
crawling
as
up.
shit.
All right, let's watch this for a second. Oh fuck.
That's not good. Is that water?
That's
Maybe that is
interesting.
water.
That's interesting too, just because.
I think so.
What was that?
So
That
then-
was Rand,
yeah.
Perrin, and Egwene, and not Matt.
No, I think it's just Egwene and Perrin running.
No, it looks like a chick, but it's Matt. On the
it's
left.
Perrin.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
Matt
Egwene.
on the left.
Egwene
Oh,
and Perrin.
Egwene, Perrin, and
And they're together later, which makes a lot of sense.
oh, I guess that does. But anyway, so this obviously right here makes what I was saying earlier wrong. That this is in fact Shadar Logoth on the river. It looks like.
Yeah.
And it's a ringed city with walls. So fuck me.
I mean, it makes
Joe,
sense.
I said
Also, the
fuck me.
darkness. Literally.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Not right now.
Not on the live
Yeah.
stream.
Wait 25 minutes.
What do you think about this millisecond we get with Perrin and a wolf?
What about
that's
this
cool.
25 minutes?
I'm glad they
Tom?
put it in there. I guess is all I'm really talking about.
Yeah, I'm glad we get to it early.
Also, there's very little Perrin in this trailer.
That's true. Also, that's a deep, deep forehead wrinkle.
He ages a lot. He ages a lot once he starts talking to wolves.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
What do you think about? All right, so somebody said
Sexy scene. Oh, sorry.
Before
Tom,
we get to- before we get to that, if you want to put it up, somebody said not how I pictured Mashadar. I don't know if you want to put it up, but like, do you agree? Like, it almost looks like it's going to be like inky liquid instead of fog.
Yeah, and I'm not against it. I think it might just be in an effort to differentiate it from the Ways and the Black Winds, but Who the fuck knows? I could be wrong. I don't know.
Maybe not.
Maybe they're combining those things.
Maybe just a slow-moving fog. Tendrils don't play very menacingly on TV.
Yeah, seeing everything like covered in actual blackness like that, where if you touch it, you get pulled in or consumed or something, is way freakier than just like fog seeping out of the. Although fog seeping up out of the floor, like cobblestone streets or whatever you can imagine, like is fucking horrifying. So maybe I don't know.
I get people wanted to see the fog, but I understand the disconnect, like with it being.
Yeah.
I don't think that would scare anybody. If I was, if you'd never read these books, you were watching at home on TV, you'd be like, oh no. Even reading the books the first time, I'm like, all right, just run away from it. It's very slow.
No, but I mean, like once you get, do you need a second one too?
Yeah.
Oh, I just got my wife to get us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Well, that's convenient.
Obviously,
John is texting his wife to bring me beer because that's their job. Wives, I mean, not mine. Mine's amazing, but Jono's, she's a servant.
We're about to lose 8 viewers.
So let's get to this point. Let's keep our viewers here. Even Hopwell has 100% fucking highlight the shit out of it.
Oh, I absolutely will. Breathtakingly is the perfect word there.
Shorn scrotum. The details of his life are quite complicated.
God damn it.
I mean, look at the man. He is hairless in a great, great way. I think we can all like think about how much that feels. Probably
He is yelling at his wife.
Yeah, it's very smooth. I bet, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what
scene
this
is. Look at his fucking body. He's a hot ass man. He's definitely got no hair on his dick.
It's almost like he's a professional young actor. Good show.
I love that no one's asked.
What? He's not an actor? It's Randall Thor. This is a real thing.
I'm waiting for someone to ask, do you have hair on your dick? No. It's around it and up it.
This is an excellent question because I don't know where this scene would take place.
It almost looks like the common
Also,
room.
Narg busts in is very erotic.
It's a great question because look at the coloration behind it. It looks kind of weirdly.
It almost
fog.
You know what? Honestly, it looks like the fucking inn.
That's what I just said.
Oh,
it looks like the Wine Spring Inn for real.
It does. The same chandeliers, and I think there's the same columns in the background. And maybe Rand spent the night.
Could you imagine if there was like a village-wide party and you stayed up late enough to wait for everyone to go to bed and then banged your girlfriend in her dad's common room at her inn? That's really fucked up.
That's pretty.
Maybe this is after everything, but he's way too happy. He'd be way too upset by Tam's bedside, I guess. I was gonna say like maybe he drugged Tam all the way back and like everything's horrible and like there's no fucking way to just be like, hey, Lee, what's up? I'm not wearing a shirt. Everything's fine. My dad's upstairs dying.
What do you? I pulled my dad in the whole way.
There was too much blood on my shirt, so I had to take it off.
just cut off here.
People have complaints about this, but like I think it makes a lot more sense if they were a lot closer. Like when they break up later. Like
no, yeah, I completely. I like this.
Dumbest thing in the world too to be like. And the books, right? They're 17 or 18. Well, Rand's 17, 18, and she's a couple years younger. So again, in a medieval world, they probably fucked already. Anyway, but we'll move on from that, right? If we're trying to age them slightly so they're around 21 and not so awkward around, parks and recreation kind of thing. I say that because I was with his daughter in a park, if you know what I mean. They have to have fucked, right? Maybe not fucked, but at the very least been naked, been hanging out, just been like at the least sexual, right? Like that's gonna fucking happen when you're late teens, early 20s. Oh, sorry, what's that say? tWoTcast. It's like it's a fucking reality that this is gonna happen, whether or not they're banging or not. It's real.
I think I think it just makes complete sense to make their relationship more involved than just like we're sort of kind of betrothed but not really,
Want to see the prettiest thing in the world?
New beer.
My wife is here. Thank you, gorgeous.
Bye.
Rand has blue balls. Thank you, Eben.
Can you stop? It's Eben. What's wrong with you?
Well, he looks pretty white in the picture.
He's saying Eben. Fucking weirdo. Tom, who is this guy sitting next to me?
What is the
I don't
deal?
know. We're having a lot of infighting.
Now, this is also sexual. This is obviously a church where they went to go pray on their mistakes. And it's
Is this
It's post-coital for sure.
is this Perrin and Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I guess Shire Logoth, maybe?
Well,
Yeah,
Rand's
maybe-
penis is the column they're leaning against.
Maybe before they go running off. Maybe right after
You mean his skin
Matt lost at gambling before he gets his powers.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's like 5 seconds before Matt's like, I'm bored, I'm going to go look around.
Oh.
This, you don't need to go back to it, but I just love the fact that the greatest torturer of all is Rand's dad.
Also, I hadn't seen Justice League in like God knows when it came out, and then the Snyder Cut came out, so I was rewatching it, and he's like the villain that goes in, and Wonder Woman just like blasts him, and I'm just like, he's always a bad guy. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything where he's not like a.
I'd let
piece
Gal
of
Gadot
shit.
blast me.
Well, I mean, yeah.
How'd I do?
Who wouldn't?
I
Just thinking about it.
I would have said a lot right now if we were just recording the normal podcast. So circle.
Oh, jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does this look like a drawing to you?
It does. It does look very CGI.
I mean, it is.
Oh,
I mean, it's all right.
I mean,
But
it looks like a painting that might be in the White Tower.
maybe it is. Maybe that's what you're looking at.
I mean,
Yeah.
definitely when you pause it, it looks bad. When it's moving, it's not so bad.
I don't think it's supposed to be a live action scene.
Well, it is.
Well, I mean, yeah,
It's on
she's walking up to the throne.
No, I'm right.
So let's talk about this guy.
It's
This
a
is, of
moving
course-
picture like what? Harry Potter. It's probably a newspaper article about how the hall met. And it's like extra, read all about it, Tarv Allen, and they show it, and then Harry Potter's reading the paper, and it's showing the
Oh,
picture moving.
yeah. I see
Oh,
what you
okay.
Yeah.
Like Min's reading the paper in Tarvalon.
Yeah.
Who wrote the paper? Rita Skeeta.
God damn that bitch! I hate her so much.
So
She is the most-
there was a lot of discussion of this and who that is, but it's obviously Nynaeve, and I feel like everyone's figured it out by now. But I feel like we should talk about it. He basically says the Dark One's coming for your friends, and they're holding a knife to Lan's throat. So I was like, maybe it's way more foreshortened and it's Rand because it has the fur edge on the coat, but it's. I mean, you can see the braid going over its knee.
Do you think we're ever going to get the water cloak?
No.
I think we might. I think he wasn't wearing it in most of the shots we saw because why? It makes no sense if he would wear that to Emmons Field for the first time. Once you look back on it, like it looks like walking magic. But
Yeah.
hey, we're trying to keep. He always packs it away later in the book. Anytime they go anywhere in public, except when they go to the Two Rivers, and he's just like,
Because
check
they're
out my
just
magic
hillbillies,
cloak.
Tom. They don't know shit.
It's weird for a place that wears
I
a
still think they
lot.
might notice.
Wear a lot of camo.
Would they notice? They'd just be like, hey, look at that fancy rich man's coat. And by coat, I mean cloak. Let's go
Like,
back.
I mean,
Yeah, I want to know what the fuck's happening here. Like, I
Well,
don't
this
think
is the attack. It's got to be. Look at all those fucking Trollocs. God damn it. I can't wait till I can see them more clearly, but also they look amazing.
Horse. It's terrifying.
that the Charles horse seems unnecessary to me. Like, I don't love that embellishment in that, like, they're already creepy enough because it's a
Whoopsie.
fucking
Just fucked up our trailer.
whoopsies.
Um,
Just gonna toss that
that's
bitch
all right.
off.
Just to throw her off.
Like, they're already creepy enough to me, like, in that they're just a dark horse with a guy without a face on it. Like, that to me kind of hits the button.
Yeah, I'm already afraid of the headless horseman without putting a skull mask on his horse. Like,
Yeah. Also,
Very scary.
if Rand looks back over his shoulder when him and Tam are taking the brandy to the inn, it's if you see a fucking skull on the front of the horse, you're not going to be like, I guess it was just a figment of my imagination.
What?
Like,
What is the deal with that?
You're going to be like, what the fuck is that? You're not going to be like, oh, there's a guy back there. Like, it's a very different vibe. But also, maybe that's not there before.
they also go around on black horses and black clothes and black cloaks and put their hoods up over their white faces, so they're just black all over and can fold into shadows. And they're like, let's put an
Whiteface, the
emblem
horse.
right in the middle of it.
Yeah. Also, on that note, I love how the Borderlands have a rule about no hoods up, but like, shouldn't they just be like, and also no black? Like, just no black. You're not allowed to wear black.
I still remember the best joke that Matt tells is like, "Oh, you guys also good looking?" And then they're like, "So there's no mirror draw," and he's like, "That's not funny anymore." You cunts! You fucking ruined it.
Our chat is arguing about the Nynaeve and Lana knife point thing.
Somebody also said they confirmed there's going to be no warrior cloaks. That's a bummer.
Oh, that is a bummer. It's also
What are jackets?
kind of a normal thing to drop. It's sort of
Water shirts.
it's kind of like the Aes Sedai Ageless Spaces.
Not
It's
a
like,
water wife.
what are they going to spend like $1 million an episode to smooth everyone's wrinkles?
Also, hello, famous actress. Would you like to be on this show? Also, not your face.
Yeah, we're going to smooth your face.
In
Yeah,
fairness,
we're gonna
though,
change
how many? Let's talk about this. How many fucking great vagina jokes do we have about Aes Sedai
Oh, wait,
pussy?
I'm sorry. What? No?
You step on me or him?
Yeah, you.
Okay, how many great fucking Aes Sedai
No.
pussy
You're
jokes
gonna make
do
him
we have?
repeat it.
They gotta be smooth. Like there's no wrinkles. Like we had a lot going on, and maybe Rafe Jukins was like, "Well, I can't have that discussion."
Yeah, we just need to table that discussion.
Yeah,
It's all been
It's like,
taken away
Podcast
from
is,
us.
they've tread those grounds
well, you know who else had
repeatedly.
Waters over and over,
And Tom's
and
dog.
Tom's dog.
Not only did she bark and jingle, but she bit the cord to my headphones.
Good.
Your
She
wife,
did, congratulations.
yeah.
She did everything she could to stop this show.
Oh, man. By the way, we've been talking about this trailer for far longer than I thought we would. There's no way we can do Instagram comments.
Yeah, I can't stay much longer.
Hey, we can do an entire episode on it. Who cares?
Logan.
True, water. That actually is true, since we have no idea what we're going to do until we get
Exactly.
to 300.
So
Or
Logan
300.
obviously breaking out of a
Shield.
yeah, I guess. There's clearly Aes Sedai sitting around him. Do you think Moraine was part of this and that's why she's on quote unquote trial later? Like she was supposed to be helping hold them and then maybe she found out Rand was I mean spoilers. Whoever the Dragon Reborn is.
I don't have a real good guess for that, so I honestly
I don't
can't
know
wait to
either.
find out.
Well, I'll be honest. So
Also,
obviously-
it's completely unlike Moraine to not
Yeah.
like she wouldn't just be like, fuck off. And then leave them to die, and then it causes some problem that she's put on trial for. Not Moraine like to me.
No, but I'm kind of fascinated by the idea of why would we? I don't know, right? I don't love the idea of having Logain at all in the first book, other than just like his tangential existence.
Oh, right, okay.
But at the same time, it's actually a really cool idea of like because clearly they're trying to make like Moraine like the main character, at least for the first season, right? So having
I think they're trying to make Moraine appear to be the main character.
Yeah, I know. Everybody
Well,
keeps saying
start.
that,
Agreed.
and I'm like, maybe they're just trying to hide the fact that Rand is. Rand.
don't read the books
or
Don't read the
any
books.
of the kids.
Well, a lot of people won't read the books.
Oh, we didn't either.
Do you know how many people?
oh,
Do you know how
no,
many people were like fucking blown away by the end of the first season of Game of Thrones or the Red
What
Wedding?
happened?
Oh, Ned Stark died.
What the?
What?
No, to that point though,
I just started watching that show.
I
Thanks
wonder.
a lot,
I
Tom.
wonder if that's what episode one's about. Is the fact that she kind of walks away like that's not the Dragon Reborn. Got to go find it, or at least part of it. That's where I was going.
Oh, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So so Logan and Abla are kind of like being the wrong guy, right situation. Roll me.
Oh. But well,
I mean, there's no other logical end to that statement, right?
but Nynaeve is there, so that doesn't.
But she's got to look around her world, pretty baby.
Yeah, but Nynaeve is there, so that is straight.
Fuck.
Yeah, the Nynaeve being there, although it could be later, we could have like Logain escapes, they meet back up with those Aes Sedai, and then Logain is recaptured.
It's almost taken.
Happened in the same season. That's all
It's
I'm
taken like the what's his name? The fucking far more interesting Mazrim Tame approach, right? Taim. Eben. Is that better? Eben.
Eben.
I think the Logain storyline has expanded to show the stakes of a man channeling and build the mythos of the Dragon Reborn.
Yeah, that's.
I think your name's Eben.
Well, anyway, John on the side. I mean, he's right. That's what it is. Obviously.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That actually makes a lot of sense. It's just first of all, I get that. I agree, but I also think it's interesting to figure out where Moraine fits into that timeline and why she's on trial. What seems to be her on trial. I love how this Aes Sedai gets her head cracked open and dies. Probably.
We don't know that.
I mean, I'm assuming she's the one that dies, and that's why that guy's so sad about his
that's
ring.
what I think. That's why Axeman is flying towards Logain in like 2 seconds later.
And then the thing with
Which I
Moraine
assume
on
is 2 seconds
trial is probably very similar to, not the exact same situation, but the start of Great Hunt when Marilyn shows up with all the Aes Sedai and
Great what?
Cunt. I think he said cunt.
Yeah.
Hunt.
Oh,
and they're all expecting Moraine to get in trouble, but just a twist on that probably.
I know you're talking about M. Night Shyamalan. That
I feel like you're at a different level than Tom.
If they're really going to M. Night Shyamalan it, then Egwene is the Dragon Reborn. Rand dies. Rand dies in the first episode.
Rand dies, Oriental setting.
This is a good close-up-ish of the other Aes Sedai, but also Moraine looks like a badass in the
She looks
That's
awesome.
kind of all I care about.
And like honestly, they just look like so perfectly bitchy, and then she's just so calm. Even though they're all calm to a certain extent, like the serenity on Rosamund Pike's face is perfect.
I hope she looks the exact same at the Fields of Merrilor. That's a giant spoiler, by the way. Oh, god damn it, look at those fucking Trollocs.
So these are centaurs.
Is that what that is?
No.
Are they adding that in?
If there's a half man, half horse Trolloc, is it just the centaur?
Technically, yeah.
First of all,
Trolltar?
Absolutely.
Trolltar.
Second of all, they're probably just gonna
Trolltar.
They're probably just there to punish that.
I don't care for that.
Dolores Umbridge,
This looks like Tarwin's
drag her
Gap.
out of the woods.
This is like what, Tom?
Tarwin's Gap.
It does. There's the fucking shady. There's the mountains, the rockiness of
I
it.
disagree. I think it's the two rivers, and I think that's a
Fire in the background.
non-thatched roof to the right.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
But
Maybe. There's
maybe
too
this
many
show.
though.
maybe
Pretty
after
sure.
the attack is when Senbui gets his business up off the ground. He's like, guys, this tiles clearly didn't work for you.
They burnt all these roofs.
Let's rebuild with thatch. Finally.
Maybe you guys would stop investing in that tile business.
I told you. I've been telling you for years.
Oh man. I mean, Evan had a point, but we've moved past it. This is clearly the attack as well.
Yeah. And what are those?
And here's Sad Warder, but before his Aes Sedai dies, or maybe right after.
I think it's probably after.
right after.
Yeah.
What do you think about Land slicing open these Trollocs?
I'm confused why it looks like there's channeling behind it.
Because Moraine's with him.
Yeah. Then why do you need to do that? You feel like you're just kind of.
I think she's like blasting them back with air, and then, or compromising their battle positions, and he's slicing them open with ease. That's what I think's happening.
Could be. I mean, there's blood clearly falling out.
Oh, look at those! Look at that bluish glow to his blade.
Oh. That's probably
A lightsaber?
nothing.
Oh,
Probably
No, it's
nothing.
probably a lightsaber.
All
so I mean, it's been confirmed that that's a Waygate through multiple deep dives of metadata that I don't care to do on this show and never
I mean,
will.
that's the poster.
Yeah, but that being said, is it upsetting to you that that's a Waygate?
A bit, yeah. A bit.
A bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't love it.
I think the only reason it bothers me is it's on the top of the hill and it obviously looks like something. Whereas Waygates are just like, oh, look at this wall with pretty carvings on it. Like,
Yeah, that's one of the things I loved about a Waygate is the fact that it's kind of gives further credence to like the lost knowledge, the lost abilities, and like the mythos almost of the past of. I hate the fucking term Ramland, but like
I think they're combining Waygates and Portal Stones, maybe.
Waygates.
Wiggets.
He's in Wiggets. I kind of love Wiggets now.
It's
Wiggets.
Wiggets.
Wiggets and
I said it right. His name is Land.
Portastons and Wiggets.
Portastons.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Wait, what did I say?
Wiggets.
I don't know why whenever you say Wiggets, it makes me think of a candy bar.
No, you're thinking of
The scene of Land cutting the Trollocs.
I literally
my least
can't explain.
favorite. Looks like bad choreography to me.
I thought it looked
It is
okay.
kind of bad choreography.
Maybe
I
that
agree.
should be your most favorite.
I think there's too much CGI in the way. It might look better choreography wise if Land in the foreground and the Trollocs in the behind the wave of the
Foreskin.
one power
Yeah.
aren't obscured by the one power. It might look a little better, but yeah, I agree with you.
Tom, can I ask you an important question while you're drinking?
Mm.
When Rand cuts someone in the foreground to the skin, what is that called?
I think it's called marmalade.
That works too.
This is fucking creepy as shit, by the way. I assume this is Midrill walking in, and then right when we see the creepy Midrill face, maybe that's him calling all the Trollocs in to attack.
So that's kind of a creepy looking woman. I don't think I put my penis in that.
I don't think you should. Or if you did,
If
you
you
wouldn't
did,
have it anymore.
don't take it out until she's ready.
Our amazing
It looks like an anthropomorphized piranha.
our amazing intro music was written by Taffy Bennington, and here are her meme comments for this scene. When you tell your baby to open wide, and here comes the choo-choo train. When you nut, but she keeps on sucking.
God damn.
When you stub your toe on the coffee table leg. When you see naked Rand and Egwene in the sweat tent.
Ooh, we saw that early.
Me when I find out Joe's urethra looks like a gaping ancient sea monster butthole.
She's weird.
That was personal.
See, a
It
little-
was weirdly
that was
personal
pretty-
on that one.
That was
upsetting
upsetting
so-
personal.
I think the fucking Mirror looks amazing. It's not what I expected. It's not really. It's almost like a weird combination of a drag car, even though the drag car obviously don't use their teeth. And
I hope we never see a drag car.
I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that.
They're kind of stupid.
How dare you?
It just always reminds me of like a sad, gloomy man bat from Batman, but like a sadder one.
They
A
look
sadder one.
pretty fucking cool though.
I'm gonna have to go here. I'm gonna have to go here.
I like that idea.
I have to go here in a second,
Stabbed.
boys.
What'd you say, Tom?
I have to go here in a minute.
Where are you going?
How dare you? We've got at least 30 seconds left of this trailer.
At this rate, it's at 2 hours.
Well, let's just watch through the end here. Let's talk about that. All right, so this is basically the end, though. Honestly,
It makes
This-
a face.
this rolling, I think that's just trick of the weave.
It fucking better be a trick of the weave.
I absolutely think it is. That is just the one power and land rolling underneath it, which just shows them fighting in tandem.
Hold on, but
Because
does
it smashes into a Trolloc and then he stabs it, which I fucking love.
I don't. That
What are you
doesn't-
kidding?
Their
Their ability to like fight together is spectacular.
I don't
love
love
every
that.
part
That
of
doesn't seem necessary to the point of a warder. The point is, like, he's there to guard her, and like she takes care of herself as well.
I think them working together like a well-oiled machine makes a lot of sense.
Sorry, I was using
Yeah, I like that.
my own legs. No, use Joe's.
It's better this way. I don't know. I think that's fucking amazing. And I think this is 2 seconds with her arms upstretched in the air like that. I think this is 2 seconds before we see all those weaves coming down.
I
into the
agree.
center of
I think
town.
that's exactly what that fucking is.
And then there's lightning.
Oh,
shit!
And it's in a circular motion. You know what that means?
End of the trailer. Tom, you made it to the end.
Now, November 19th. Let's talk
Is
about
that a different city than this November?
That's correct.
No, this November is just a place on the map. November
But
19th.
it's November
is a date.
19th also. All right, well that's confusing.
No, that's a date, Tom.
It's
All right,
a
that's
similar
my,
thing.
that's my first legitimate criticism then.
Them fighting together is the best, Landfair says, Jono. I agree with you, Landfair. And I don't think I would have ever uttered those words had your on-screen name not been Landfair.
What about Flanleer? Exactly. So,
It sounds like you're making up words now.
oh yeah, I'm drunk.
It's that's one of the one things people don't understand about our show, probably. That's how much we're drinking.
So, since being here,
Shh, don't advertise.
and a shot. Well, Tom, before you have to go and sounds like have sex with your
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dog?
crickets,
Oh, crickets. Yeah.
anything you would like to
Yours is-
say?
No, I'm excited. The trailer got me excited. I'm ready.
I bet. So good news for those crickets,
Yeah.
because you're gonna go
You
fuck
ever-
them.
Have you ever seen that video? I guess, yeah, that's the last thing I have to say. Right before I leave, I just want to say, have you ever seen that video of the monkey and the frog? There I go.
Tom, God, he's so weird. So that's tWoTcast for this week, I guess. If you have any comments or questions, the best way to find us is on Twitter at tWoTcast, which is sort of true, but maybe not so much anymore. There's a lot of ways to find us. I don't feel like saying all this stuff out loud.
I'll read it for you. I won't.
Links are in the description below, and also thank you to all our guests.
Thank you.
Wait, there wasn't any.
Oh, there were not.
No, okay. Join us next week for We Don't Know. Possibly the Instagram interview that we did not talk about tonight, which for some reason I thought we would have time to do.
By the way, quick note: the Instagram interview was not with us.
No.
It was on
The
Instagram.
Q&A with Rafe Judkins and Rosamund Pike. I was about to say Lorraine. Is that a real name?
It is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, she's a very method actress.
I'm Joe. Say goodnight, Jono.
Good night, Jono.
And Tom probably would say something like, study your math, keep the change, you filthy animals.
But he's a piece of shit and he's gone.
That's true.
There's already time.
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Jono. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast code.